Finance Minister, soon after the budget, Moody's came out and taking this point forward about the rating outlook, and it said India's debt to GDP still remains high. Despite the fact that you projected a decline 58.1% to 57.2% in FY25, are rating agencies missing the point about the kind of fiscal transformation that the Modi government has been trying for the last 10 years?
It's good that you're saying it, and I've not said it, but that's the truth. Look at the borrowing, debt to GDP number for developed economies. They are well beyond 200s and 300s, well over 100, any case. Their credit rating doesn't get affected by the debt to GDP. So, when mine is well below 100, at 80 let us say, if it matters to the rating agencies that my debt to GDP is not above 100, I have no answers to give. It is not above 100.
Okay. Ma'am, let's speak for a moment about disinvestment. You know, you've got some public sector unit companies which are at different stages of disinvestment. There is no ambitious target for disinvestment. There seems to be a change in thinking. So if you can explain that, and if and when you do come back to power, how important is strategic disinvestment as one of the missions for the Modi government and for you personally as Finance Minister? How committed are we still to trying to get government out of companies which the government really ought not to be running?
I'll start with the fact that I've stated it as a matter of policy. Went through the parliament, got approved and came out, 21-22 budget. That we do believe that all sectors should be open for private participation. No sector should be reserved for public sector only. And even if public sector is present in those core strategically important sectors, they will be minimal presence. I believe in it, Prime Minister Modi believes in it, it is the policy approved by the Parliament of India. Now therefore, I will have to consolidate in those sectors public sector presence, or I will, where I can't amalgamate or bring together or scale up, I will have to get out of some of them, for which the approval is obtained. I will have to do it. But equally, before I do it, during the time I'm waiting to do it, I will have to pay attention to the valuation of that company. I can't allow it to languish, and I can't allow it to continue to languish till before I throw them out, or till before I get out of them. And when I want to get out of them, if I don't allow them to flourish in the meanwhile, the valuation that I obtain from the market is going to be trivial, if anything at all. So we have, for one, I want to be sure to tell the people of India, even if I've taken a call to disinvest a company completely, I'm attending to keep it in its prime condition now. And that is why you find the public sector companies in the stock market now performing much better and giving better dividends to all the shareholders. We can be some of it, and others are also taking the dividend from it. The other way of also looking at if disinvestment is happening is when we have come down in the level of holding that I have, further letting it into the market so that retail investors would come in. So the level to which I hold my shares in a public sector company also is something which you have to observe, because I'm slowly coming down in terms of the level to which I'm holding shares in these.
My question, ma'am, was about as far as a core tenet of belief is concerned, how important is strategic disinvestment for you personally and for this government at this moment?
That's a policy.
The manner in, because we saw Air India happen quite seamlessly and you were able to get it out, but we aren't really seeing the same sense of pace and urgency when it comes to some of the other disinvestment projects that are currently in the pipeline, and I'm kind of wondering when you see them
execute. I'm glad to hear this from you, Rahul. Before Air India, I was pilloried. When is it happening? When is it happening? Every time I met with a journalist friend, this would be the question. And at that time, it looked as if I'm sitting over it over a century. I'm glad to hear that now. No, as I said, it will happen. Our commitments will be fulfilled. And the core belief that you keep asking me about, that is why I went back to tell you that it is this government which went to the parliament to say disinvestment is what we believe in, because other than the core sectors, there's no way in which we need to be present as government. And in the core sectors, it is because of strategic interest. Telecom, unless I'm there, I won't be able to cover my first villages, which are now called vibrant villages. Private sector wouldn't go there. But how would I give them connectivity? I need to be there. Railways, I need to be there. Like that, our belief is to have minimal presence.